All right, welcome everyone to the How the Saints Save Christmas review. This one's going to be really short. It literally is just a 3-mission DLC. I just wanted to do this video as a quick gag for the holidays. And because of that, we will not be going into gameplay, so this is mostly just going to be like a story overview and like a mission structure overview. Like that's how I'm going to mainly rate it. As you could guess by the title of the DLC, this is obviously just going to have a shitload of like Christmas movie references. Hell, even like the intro is just a general reference to Christmas movies and stories that just start with an opening narration, which I find funny. And obviously the logo is a reference to How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I won't be going super into detail on the story here. It's just a fusion of different movie references, mainly Christmas movies. Like Shondi time travels from the future where this evil Santa Claus like takes over the world or whatever, and then we have to stop it in the in the timeline of the Saints Row 4 where the Earth is still destroyed, which just this raises a lot of questions. I know it's a DLC that was just mainly made for a holiday special joke, but like, come on. There's so many implications here on top of the fact that like the main game even confirms the Saints have a time machine, bro. Like, what is this? And this DLC also, I guess, pseudo implies that the Saint Enter the Dominatrix is pseudo-canon if you include this as a canonical entry in the Saints Row timeline. But yeah, let's get on to the missions, considering I won't be covering the story that much because there's barely anything. So the first mission is mainly a Christmas story reference where you go into the simulation to basically bring the holiday spirit back to Santa's containment simulation, like, you know, basically doing whatever you did in the main story. Saving other characters from their simulations, basically destroying what's keeping them trapped in there by helping them. And honestly, I thought this mission was pretty alright. It's pretty fun to run around a unique map instead of just Steelport for the 500th time, because you rarely get unique maps in this game, because a lot of this is just Steelport. And in the main story, you got the occasional simulation that used a different map, or the fact I think Enter the Dominatrix also had a few unique maps, but that's about it. This also is the first boss fight with Claus, and after you bring Christmas Spirit back, and you don't free Santa yet because he's still stuck in his simulation pod or whatever. But after this, you go to the North Pole, which I don't know if it's supposed to be in Santa's simulation or what, because Mrs. Claus is there. But like the first thing was bringing back Christmas Spirit into his containment simulation, and now we're at the North Pole for some reason. I think it's a part of the time travel, but the boss has his powers, so how does this fit into everything exactly? And this just basically turns into a defense mission of the workshop and destroying the robotic reindeer that the evil Santa Claus is using, and then you get the sleigh working again, and then you fly off. And then the final mission is just delivering presents, and then a big showdown finale of representing all the holidays, which I actually found that pretty neat that they didn't just focus on Christmas in this final section. I did find it interesting that they included Hanukkah, and I'll have to look this up. And the holiday people probably only know from Seinfeld, the Festivus. I haven't looked back at my footage. I will probably make a mention if I notice any other holidays that got brought up during this mission. But then the mission ends up being hurting Claus with kindness because, you know, Christmas. So you end up telekinesis throwing presents at him from everybody on the team. And then once he's weakened enough, you finally defeat him, and then there's like an uninterrupted, like I think 3-minute cutscene with Jingle Bell Rock playing, which is just various Christmas movie references, which I found neat. I thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, that was the Saints Save Christmas. Yes, I know this video is only like 5 minutes long. I thought it would be fun to just make a really short Christmas review. And I know I'm not going super in-depth. I plan on actually reviewing Saints Row 4 later on down the road, so I wanted to keep this review brief. I might splice this in if I do a Saints Row 4 review, or I just might sort of re-record footage for it. I don't know. Who knows? I could save time actually just reusing this. But yeah, in terms of DLC rating, I never thought, should I give DLCs like a 5 out of 5 score, like a rate out of 5 instead of a 10 out of 10 score, considering it's less content than the game itself. Well, at least depending on what kind of DLC it is. I think for right now, I will do out of 5 scale, considering, especially for something like this, it's only 3 missions, which is basically a side quest in the main game. In terms of a DLC rating, I give this about a 3.5 out of 10. It's not great, it's not bad, it's just sort of middle of the road, really. It's I find it fun. It's like a fun romp, but like it's really short. And I was baffled how short it was. I thought like I replayed the first mission. It used to take me a while when I was younger, but like it took me like a few minutes to get it done, and then I did all the other missions, and I hadn't even like finished the game, like so I'm not maxed out powers wise or anything, and I finished each mission in like minutes, unless there was like a bunch of scripted sequences. Then it took longer, obviously, because you had to follow those sequences. But I do just find it was a pretty neat DLC to do for the holidays, which is the entire intention of this DLC, is just to be something fun for the holidays. So yeah, it pretty much achieves that. So if you like the video, like it, dislike it if you dislike it, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on this review, or if you would like to see like DLC reviews be separate from main games. I'm leaning towards just including the DLCs in the main games, just to not clutter my feed up. This is going to be one of the rare exceptions, and I am out.
My thoughts on Keanu Reeves.